when you're going after your vision, nothing's a sacrifice for me. Like, not being able to have a normal life and do things that normal people do, like go to the movies or go out on the weekends or go to the beach or take vacations. I'm not missing out on anything. Like, I don't feel like that's a sacrifice for me to not do those things. I don't feel like I'm missing out on life. I feel like I'm living the life that I want. Like, I'm spending my time doing what I'm so passionate about and what makes me happy. Like, days like this where it's going to be a crazy 24 hours, like, I'm so tired right now and I can't wait for tomorrow so I can sleep. But it's days like this that, like, I live for. Like, it's the craziness and the fun and the hustle and, like, the excitement and the adrenaline. And this is my version of, like, going out. This is how I want to spend my time. And so if you can find that, if you can find what makes you happy, and for everyone it's something different. I'm not saying you should be doing this. I'm not saying you should quit your teaching job, because maybe you feel that way about your teaching job the same way I feel way about this job. You just need to find your thing, and it takes time. It takes trying so much. Like, I tried so many things. Now, granted, like, I knew creative, like music, like the whole, like, creative arts world was my fit, but within that you still have to try so many different things. And because your friend may be like a music producer, you think, well, maybe I should be a music producer. So you, like, start dabbling in producing, and you, like, figure out, no, that's not for me. I like it, but it's not for me. Maybe I should be a singer-songwriter, so I, like, learned the guitar. I wrote songs. I tried, like, every instrument. There's so many different levels within what you want to do that you have to just keep trying all these different avenues until you figure out, like, where your heart is. And I feel like even just recently I felt that confirmation that, like, what I'm doing, for example, like today, like with the dancers and, like, the whole production with the show, that is, like, what makes my heart shine. That's when I feel so happy and free and alive and like a kid. I feel like a kid. And then there's other things I do still currently, different types of gigs that I do that I don't have that feeling. And so it's just a constant refinement. It's as you grow, you have to, like, constantly refine your path, because you have to start pretty broad in the beginning. You can't just, like, you have to get there. You have to get there through a process. And so just, like, I say to people, just try stuff. Like, people say, well, I don't have, you're so lucky you have something you're passionate about. Like, I don't have that. Like, I don't have something that I'm passionate about like that. And it's like, well, because you haven't found it yet. And are you taking those steps to find it? Are you trying? Like, you have to work at it. You have to get out every day and try different things and fail, or discover you, like, hate those things or don't like those things. And eventually you'll come across what you love to do. Maybe it's cooking. I don't know. Maybe it's videography. Maybe it's, content creation. I don't know. But once you find it, but you have to just try stuff. And you don't need, and there's really no excuse, not having money or not having, like, resources. There's, like, always a way to figure that stuff out. I feel like I didn't have any support from my family. I mean, they would probably tell you otherwise, but especially when I quit my teaching job, everyone was kind of against me, because that was a safe, secure path with, like, a certain income I would have for the rest of my life. And, again, it was safe. And so when I left that, I didn't have family supporting me if I needed it. Financially, definitely not. Like, nobody sent me money, or nobody would co-sign for me if I wanted to get a car or a lease. I was on my own. I don't want to sound like to me, it felt unsupportive. And I don't want it to sound...
Was that a motivator, though? Or was that like a...
It was not a motivator. It actually slowed down my process, I feel like. Not having the people in your life to encourage your steps or encourage the path you've chosen, for me, I actually felt really knocked me down. So it made me question my decisions. It made me like lose confidence in myself at times. And
so for people who experience that, what would you, like, what's a nugget you'd share with them?
Yeah, I would say, and I feel like most people who make that choice to follow their dreams are going to receive that kind of feedback from like family, loved ones, friends. And they say it's like out of concern, you know, we just care about you. And it doesn't feel like that, though. It feels like if you're concerned or you care about me, you will support my choices. And if after so long, you know, I've fallen flat on my face and I, you know, waving the white flag, surrender, then fine. But at least like support someone making that choice for some period of time until they decide it's, you know, time to try something else. But for me, what I found is two things. And I think, number one, you just have to believe in yourself, period. You just have to keep the forward motion. You have to just keep inspired and every day work to make it happen. So it's just like gotta be strong internal drive. Number two, though, I found that finding friends, people who were in a similar situation, like-minded people, became my support system and became kind of like my pseudo family. So a lot of those people, you know, like my saxophone player Jesse, who's going to be here with me today, he is one of those people who kind of went through a similar situation to me, and now he's doing amazing. He's like on tour with everybody, and he started out the same way, you know, just struggling with a dream. And so I think that's probably why we've remained friends for as long as we've known each other, because we, in a way, became each other's support system and family, and we encouraged and boost each other up, and we're cheerleaders for each other. And finding other people who can be like that for you is really, really important. So friends that you can share your struggles with without being judged and share ideas with on how to grow are very important. And finding people who can maybe already are doing it and can be more of like a mentor type of role where they've been through it already, and so they can give you advice and encouragement and support, and those people need to become your family. So speaking of, you know, like needing support and mentorship and just advice, if anyone is going through this right now and you have questions for me, just leave it in the comments below, and I promise, like, I'll answer everyone's comments. I will get back to everyone, because I've been through it. I lived it. I'm still living it. But I feel like I'm happy to hear what you're going through and help in any way I can, if I can, even if it's just words of encouragement or specific advice. Yeah, just leave me some comments below. Should we have music in the background?